Now it's time for the Neighborhood Connection.
We had a great question come in about a shaking washing machine and how to fix it. Now here's the thing, there's a lot of different washing machines out there. You could have a front load or a top load. It really doesn't matter. As long as there's something not broken inside, there's really one thing that's gonna cause that, and that's gonna be caused by a non-level machine. So let me show you how to fix that today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the level out here. Let's take a look and see how this thing looks to begin with. Get that leveled off at the bottom. There we go. Definitely high on that side. And it shows it here, but it moves around a little bit. This thing, when you shake it, shouldn't give at all. And that's how we're gonna fix it today. So let me start out here. We've got our air shim. This lifts up to 300 pounds. You get it at your home center. Makes it a lot easier. You don't have to have a friend help you with this. And so I jam this in here closest to the leg. And then I'm gonna pump it up and lift this unit up off the ground. It's probably one of the heaviest machines too, because it's a stack unit, but this thing can handle it. And you have to take that weight off the leg to adjust it. It's just not gonna move because they're so heavy. Some of these washing machines, they actually put concrete blocks in them so they stay put when they start shaking. All right, I got that off the ground. Yep, we're clear there. Now let's bring this leg down a little bit. I'm just gonna spin that because that leg was high. We're gonna go to about right there. And now what I'm trying to do is check our level front to back this way, kind of left to right. So I'm gonna bring this down. Let's take a look again. I'm really happy with that. And now you have to do the same thing with the back. So you might have to chase it around again, but if you get this thing perfectly level, it's gonna ride out really nicely on that spin cycle, and you're not gonna have that shaking washing machine. You know, we had a great question come in from Patty in Astoria about what is the right filter to use for your heating and cooling system. And we're gonna talk about that today. Now there's a lot of different filters on the market, but I'm gonna help you find the right one for your system. Now, the one thing you want to keep in mind is you can put in too good of a filter out there. So if you're going to go for one of the very premium high filtration models, make sure and check with your heating and cooling professional that it'll actually work with your brand and model number of system. That way, you don't freeze up the AC when it gets hot outside. Now, if you go to Home Depot, which is where I bought these, they came up with their own rating system that makes this really cool. And that is this filter performance rating, the FPR. And so that goes from basically 0 to 12. The other one you see out there is a MERV rating, which has a lot of different stuff to it. It's a little bit harder to understand. This is a new system that makes it pretty easy. Now, when I went into the store, the bottom of the dollar one here, about $6 for this one here, is an FPR 5. It's gonna do a decent job of getting the dust and pollen and stuff out of the air, but it's not gonna address a lot of the different things that you see out there as far as mold, mildew, all those different things that are flying around. This is gonna be kind of your most basic filter. It's going to protect the motor. It's going to keep everything inside of that from getting dirty. It's not going to do a lot for getting those particles out of the air. So let's step up a notch into more of a middle one right here. And this is an FPR 7. This is really where you're starting to get into something that's going to start taking out dust mites, going to start taking up some of the viruses and stuff that you see out there. This is a good middle of the road filter that'll work on almost every machine out there. So you don't have to worry so much about that. This is going to do a great job of cleaning that air up. Now, remember though, these little 1-inch filters probably need to be changed if you have pets every 30 to 45 days or every 90 days or so if you've got a more cleaner house so you don't have to worry about all those different things that could be getting in the air. Now, if you want to go to the premium, they just came out with this one, the FPR 12. This thing is taking just about anything you can get out of the air, and it's going to give you your best rating for getting all those things out. It could be anything in the air out there. You're starting to get chemicals, you're starting to get viruses. This is going to do the best for all of those. So no matter what filter you're going to get, you get what you pay for with these. No matter what, I'm not a fan of the ones that you reuse, so get a filter like this and replace it when it's due. That's the biggest thing. Stay on those filter replacements so you can have clean air all year round.